I have in front of me here a roll of global 75 metre fibre optic cable that's pre-terminated with FCPC connections on it. So basically you can see the roll in front of me here. I just have the first of the connections is shown there, and the other end of the pre-terminated cable is down below. There's actually another little section to it here just to make the both ends easy to find. If we come along then and we just look at the construction of the roll itself, it's actually a sort of heavy duty timber product. It always has a texture of a cross between timber and cardboard, but it's actually a timber roll, and then there's 3 pins here just giving it a good rigidity. It comes with a label here that gives the description of the cable, specifications of it, and the overall length to say it's 75 millimeters. Very handy, particularly when it's such a range of cables that look the same, just to have it pre-labeled there. If we look at the actual construction on this, we can see anyway that the fibre optic cable itself, its outer diameter is 3 millimeter. It's steel armoured, and the PVC coating on the outside is LS-ZH rated, which means it's low smoke, zero halogen. This is very important because it's often a legal requirement for industrial work, etc., that it meet this standard. Basically, it's non-halogenated, flame retardant, so if there's a fire, it won't emit dangerous smoke. The cable itself is suitable for both internal and external use, and if we come along and actually looked at the construction of the cable here, I just have in front of us here, I've removed the dust cap that comes on both connections on the cable, and inside we have the actual fibre optic cable here. Now the dust cap is obviously there to stop contamination, any dust or dirt getting in on the fibre optic cable itself. There's also a groove here that allows us to line up the cable or the connector so it would be inserted safely, let's say, into a barrel for joining cables, or if it was a split or something like that. And then we can use a thread on the outer part that's screwed and lock it into position. As I mentioned earlier in this video, that the outer dimension of the cable is 3 millimeters, but inside there we have braiding, which you can see here. We also have this armoured core here, which inside there again there's another roll of protection, and then we have the fibre optic cable on the inside itself. Now the outside diameter of the fibre optic cable is 0.25 millimeters, which is less than 1/10 of the overall diameter of the cable itself. So it just shows the amount of protection has gone into the cable here to give the strength and protection to protect the fibre optic cable in the centre. If we come along and we looked at the uses of a particular fibre optic cable like this, it's used pretty widely in the telecommunications industry. It's suitable for high speed data transfer, and it's also used inside the TV distribution as well. Indeed, fibre optic is so versatile that it can actually be used for all 3 simultaneously. Typical applications there would be sky homes, things like that, but also for wiring out buildings, etc. People want to put in fibre optic links. In terms of the range that we stock of pre-terminated cables, we have cables all the way from 5 meters all the way up to 200 meter pre-terminated cables. They're all made by Global Infocom, and I think there's about 7 different lengths inside that range. We also have things like joiners for fibre optic cable, and also we'll say splitters, and in feeds of your use of things like sky homes, things like that, they'll be using fibre optic LMBs, etc. So that's it. It's part of a pretty impressive range of fibre optic goods that we have, and it sits very nicely with the full range of cables that we stock.